everyone, my name is Felbis Prabha. Today, I want to explain about inside the computer. First one is a computer's main components. Computers are made up of different components all doing an individual job or function. Think of it as an office where we have got the personnel department, account, sales, buying, etc. They all have their own part to play within the business. They are separate but working together. Inside a computer, there's a five main components: the motherboard, the central processing unit, random access memory RAM, and many more. First, the motherboard. The motherboard is the computer's main circuit board. It is a thin plate that holds the CPU, memory, connectors for the hard drive and optical drive. Expansion cards are controlled by video and audio, and connection to your computer ports such as USB ports. The motherboard connects directly or indirectly to every part of computer. Second one is the central processing unit, also called a processor, is located inside the computer case on the motherboard. It is sometimes called the brain of the computer, and its job is carry code commands. Whenever you press a key, click the mouse, or start an application, you are sending instruction to the CPU. The CPU is usually a 2-inch ceramic square with a silicon chip located inside. The chip is usually about the size of a thumbnail. The CPU fits into the motherboard's CPU socket, which is covered by the heatsink, an object that absorbs heat from the CPU. Next one is RAM. RAM is your system short-term memory. Whenever your computer performs calculation, it temporarily stores the data in the RAM until it needed. This short-term memory disappears when the computer is turned off. If you are working on a document, spreadsheet, or other type of file, you will need to save it to avoid losing it. When you save a file, the data is written to the hard drive, which acts as long-term storage. RAM is measured in megabytes or gigabytes. The more RAM you have, the more things your computer can do at the same time. If you don't have enough RAM, you may notice that your computer is sluggish when you have several programs open. Because of this, many people add extra RAM to their computer to improve performance. Next one is hard disk. The hard disk is where your software, documents, and other files are stored. The hard drive is long-term storage, which means the data is still safe even if you turn the computer off or unplug it. When you run a program or open a file, the computer copies some of the data from the hard drive into the RAM. When you save a file, the data is copied back to the hard drive. The faster the hard disk, the faster your computer can start up and load programs. Next one is power supply unit, PSU. The power supply unit in a computer converts the power from the wall outlet to the type of power needed by the computer. It sends power through the cables to the motherboard and other components. If you decide to open the computer case and take a look, make sure to unplug the computer first. Before touching the inside of the computer, you should touch a grounded metal object or a metal part of the computer casing to discharge any static buildup. Static electricity can be transmitted through the computer circuits, which can seriously damage your machine. Next, we have Bluetooth card. Bluetooth card is a technology for wireless communication over the short distance. It's often used in computers to communicate with wireless keyboard, mouse, and printers. It's commonly built into the motherboard or included in a wireless network card. For computers that don't have Bluetooth, you can purchase a USB adapter, often called a dongle. And next one, we have three secondary components inside a computer. First, video card. The video card is responsible for what you see on the monitor. Most computers have a GPU built into the motherboard instead of having a spare video card. If you like playing graphics-intensive games, you can add a faster video card to one of the expansion slots to get better performance. Then we have sound card. The sound card, also called an audio card, is responsible for what you hear in the speakers or headphones. Most motherboards have integrated sound, but you can upgrade to a dedicated sound card for higher quality sound. And next we have network card. The network card allows your computers to communicate over a network and access the internet. It can either connect with an Ethernet cable or through a wireless connection of the called Wi-Fi. Many motherboards have built-in network connection, and a network card can also be added to an expansion slot. Here's the following resource that I use. Thank you. Hello, it's me again. Now I want to explain about malicious program. What is malware? Malware is malicious software and refers to any software that is designed to cause harm to computer system, networks, or user. Malware can take many forms. Individual and organizations need to be aware of the different type of malware and take steps to protect their system, such as using antivirus software, keeping software and system up to date, and being cautious when opening email, attachment, or downloading software from the internet. 1. Virus. Computer virus refers to a program which damages computer system and or destroys or erases data files. A computer virus is a malicious program that self-replicates by copying itself to another program. In other words, the computer virus spreads by itself into the executable code or documents. The purpose of creating a computer virus is to infect vulnerable systems, gain admin control, and steal user-sensitive data. Hackers design computer viruses with malicious intent and prey on online users by tickling them. The type of virus is parasitic, boot sector, polymorphic, memory resident, stealth, Marco, and hybrids. 2. We have worm. A worm is a destructive program that fills a computer system with itself replicating information, clogging the system so that its operations are slowed down or stopped. The type of worm is email worm, instant messaging worm, internet relay chat, ERC worm, payloads, worm with good intent. And 3, we have logical bomb. A logical bomb is a destructive program that performs an activity when a certain action has occurred. These are hidden in programming code, executes only when a specific condition is met. A. G. Jerusalem. 4. We have Trojan or backdoor. Trojan horse is a destructive program. It usually pretends as computer games or application software. If executed, the computer system will be damaged. Trojan horse usually comes with monitoring tools and key loggers. These are active only when specific events are alive. These are hidden with packers, cryptors, and wrappers. Hence difficult to detect. Through antivirus, this can use manual removal or firewall precaution. 5. We have rootkit. A rootkit is a collection of tools that allow an attacker to take control of a system. It can be used to hide evidence of an attacker's presence and give them backdoor access. It also contains log cleaners to remove traces of attacker. Rootkit can be defined as application or file rootkits replace binaries in Linux system kernel, targets kernel of OS, and is known as a loadable kernel module. Rootkit gains control of infected MC by DLL injection. By injecting malicious DLL, dynamic link library, direct kernel object manipulation, modified kernel structures, and directly target trusted part of US hooking, changing application executing flow. 6. We have advanced persistent threat. Created by a well-funded organization, groups, nation-state actor, etc., desire to compromise government and commercial entities, e.g. Flame, used for reconnaissance and information gathering of system. And last, we have spyware and adware. Normally gets installed along with free software downloads spines on the end user attempts to redirect the user to specific site. Main task behavioral surveillance and advertising with pop-up ads slow down the system. Thank you for listening me. Hopefully the information I have conveyed can be useful for everyone. Here's the following the source that I use. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.